Yo, Yossi here with a YF1 video back on Formula 1 2020. Let's get straight into the action. We're here with the first race of the season in Australia and we've qualified P7. We managed to get a good start here going down the outside on Vettel, keeping it nice and clean and avoiding any contact as we slip through Vettel there out of turn 1, get a nice exit as we launch an attack on Ricciardo and Leclerc. This game is all about concentration and discipline, as well as keeping away from contact, especially on that first lap. It's so crucial. Many positions to gain, but also many positions to lose if you're not careful. Keeping it nice and tidy through this turn here as we get full on the throttle on these long sweeping turns in Australia. Not necessarily my favorite track, as it demands precision and real gentleness through the long sweeping turns. As you can see here, we go down the outside on Ricciardo, a little bit of contact there, but I seem to get away. The game doesn't register any damage there as we touch on the grass and oversteer. And that's the race gone. So we're going to use a little flashback here to take it back. I do use flashbacks every now and again. It is really a learning process at the moment. We're going to get from rookie, hopefully make it all the way to F1 Sports, and I hope you guys can watch my journey throughout. And as you can see, I won't use the flashback for any advantages gained, so we've lost quite a lot of time on Ricciardo, but we're just going to have to make that up in the next few sectors as we keep it nice and tidy here from the penultimate corner. Managed to late brake there, gaining some speed and time on Ricciardo, going down the pit straight as we can get into his slipstream with a nice clean pass there on the outside, and he's still attacking as we just hold the racing line and force him to give us a little bit of space there. But Ricciardo is not giving back as he comes down the outside as we keep the racing line there on the inside and just force him again to back off. And it seems like we've got a nice tidy exit from that corner, holding position P5 up 2 places as we just forward along and launch an attack on Charles Leclerc in the red Ferrari. I've chosen to do the first championship with Red Bull Racing, Aston Martin and Max Verstappen. Didn't want to choose the Mercedes, wanted to kind of challenge myself as we move into lap 3 with DRS being enabled. If anyone is new to Formula 1, DRS is the drag reduction system, which essentially opens up the rear wing, giving you a few miles per hour at the top end, essentially being used as an overtake boost. As we keep it nice and tidy here on Charles Leclerc, keeping to the track boundaries as we push further on, gaining on Charles Leclerc, but being also patient, weighing up the risks, making sure we don't do anything silly. As we now gain on, this looks like a perfect opportunity to nosedive down there and keep it nice and tidy. Now it's all about the exit, which is a little bit scruffy, but Charles Leclerc has essentially eaten dust there as we launch the next attack on our teammate Alexander Albon, who's up into P3. As we take a bit of the track there with us, should be getting an invoice from the stewards there after the race, but no problem as we gain on Alexander Albon late on the brakes as he locks up. Still getting a good exit though, Alexander Albon, as our teammate still holds P3. Getting late on the brakes there as we almost make contact there. The team principal will be needing to go to the loo as we avoid serious damage there. We're still in the DRS zones, which is great, so we're gaining on Alexander Albon as we turn into turn 1. Lap time looking good as we post all 3 sectors in the green. Again, we're still in the DRS zone, but just not being able to take advantage of an overtaken situation as the pace of Alexander Albon is proven to be a little bit difficult for us in this present moment. So what we're going to do is take our time, be patient, keep a clean racing line as again we tuck in behind and just make sure we get a good exit, because it's so important to get a nice clean exit early on the throttle, which should open up right here as we back off from an attempt to overtake, because the risk was just a little bit too high there. The chances of contact were very high, and you'd rather lose half a second and try again later on than damage that front wing, which is so precious. As the car just gets out of shape on that exit, the soft tyres degrading away, giving us less grip on the exit and in the braking zones as well. However, doesn't seem to be affecting us too much as we are right behind Albon on the penultimate corner here. He is keeping a good defense, keeping his pace up. Again, the exit just being a bit squirmish there, having to counter steer just to keep the car on track. We do want to go fast, but we also do want to get the car to the end of the race. Really important not to spin out, really important to hold position. As we move on to lap 5 of the race with Alexander Albon still in front, the number 2 Red Bull Racing driver really proving his worth here to the team principal, as Max Verstappen struggles to get ahead of the number 2 driver. So we're going to stay disciplined, keep it smooth, get a nice good exit as we do there, stay in the slipstream and hopefully nosedive down the inside as we force him to go out wide and show him who the number 1 driver for Red Bull Racing really is. It's all about now keeping discipline, keeping a nice smooth racing line and getting clean exits even with degraded soft tyres, but still making the most out of the tyres. Now it's about focus on the racing line as we, a little bit of a cheeky corner cut there, hopefully the stewards didn't see. But like I was saying, it's all about keeping a nice clean racing line, no cars out in front of me. We have Bottas in P2, who's about 3.7 seconds ahead. So it's all about concentration now, keeping the car on the track as we touch a little bit of the grass. Can we hold it? As we another piece of the grass and we keep the car in control. How I survived that I will not know, but it's really easy there to just shank the steering wheel, have really hard turns to try and save the car from spinning out as your instincts take control. But essentially you need to fight those and keep the turns really gentle and really slow to keep the car on the track. Again, concentration is so key. As we lose concentration there, the car is being unbearable as the tyres are completely gone. Using another flashback just to keep ourselves in the race as we have a second attempt at this corner. The grip is non-existent as we just hold off the throttle there, as you can see, to correct our mistake. We come out of the pits in P15 with Latifi in front of us as we dive down quite aggressively. And we make contact. I don't know whether the front wing will be okay. I'm just going to check that now on the bottom right of the screen. It's all green. We have gotten away with that. Very, very lucky there as we enter lap 8 with a purple sector 2. So the medium tyres are proven to be much more useful, and I think I really needed them because those last few laps on the soft tyres were really, really difficult as we just breeze past Raikkonen there. As approach Grosjean and Gasly, who have yet to pit, passing them should be fairly easy with the newer tyres as we go out the outside and make some gains on Gasly, who is, yes, he's about to pit. As we struggle to keep the car in a straight line, we use the DRS from Gasly. Thank you very much, Pierre. As we go down the pit straight, and I think I can see Hamilton, that is Bottas, and he's only 2 seconds in front of us. We've gained significantly forward onto the end of that lap, and we approach Bottas with the DRS open. The ERS open, goes down the outside. He defends the inside line. We get late on the brakes, give him a little bit of space, and we slip straight through. It's forward to the last lap, and we don't manage to gain on Hamilton, but we do pass the checkered flag in P2. A fairly decent first race of the season. And to be honest, it's one of my first few races on the F1 2020 game, using the Logitech G29 steering wheel, so still getting to grips with that, learning from the mistakes. I'll be posting all the future races on this channel, so like and subscribe to keep track of those. Feedback is appreciated in the comments. I'm your boy Yossi, YF1. See you soon.